everyone. El May here again. We're going to do another stream, making sure it's all working. Stuff's being a little slow. And I think we're good. So we're going to get started, and we are going to do a build stream today where we not renovate, because I'm going to entirely bulldoze it, but fix up the world and redo this house. I want to keep some vibes of the brown and the green and the white, but other than that, we're in the mid-century modern vibes. But other than that, we are completely deleting everything. So first things first is I'm just gonna bulldoze the lot and we're gonna jump right in. I don't really have much inspiration for this other than the mid-century modern brown and green, except I think I want to do a more dark brown and green but still have the white. I want to see if I can find a way to blend it all together. And I want a garage really bad. I don't necessarily want an attached garage. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I want a garage. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in and get building. It'd also be nice to have a dedicated entry, but since I'm gonna try to lean to just a single story house, I think it might be a little unrealistic. But this lot is one that actually kind of touches the sidewalk exactly, so I feel like I can actually have a garage with a driveway. And I want to put it, I think on the side towards the park would be my best bet. So I want to get that situated first because that's a big part of my inspiration. Perfect. Garage started. And then before I went live, I did a little looking around of what kind of doors and windows I might want to use. And I really liked the thought of this door and pairing it with some darker windows, specifically ones from For Rent. Let's see. In this swatch, ooh, I can't remember what swatch I had. Yeah, I think so. In this swatch and kind of mixing that all together. It'll be a lot, but I think I can maybe pull it off. This is another swatch option, but I want to try to do some darker wood because I never do. I'm also probably going to want to have to move the whole place back because I want a kind of fun walkway, and that's just too close. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I haven't done any of the rest of the layout yet. It's just the outside is what's really exciting me here. And we could do some kind of planter or landscaping there. I don't know. We'll figure this all out later. But right now, I really just need to get a layout started. So let's do this. We'll put the front door that I want back and work it kind of all off that. I'm kind of thinking of having a lopsided front like entry area. And on the inside, we'd have a half bath here and some sort of archway. I'm just going to pick a random one to get into the rest of the house. And maybe a front living room. Okay. This could eventually become something. Do a bunch of big windows on the front. Let's close this off. I'd like to have a big fireplace. I'm not sure about those arches and placement, how that's all going to be, but I do know one of the things I want. Well, I could even do it on the front and have like a big stone fireplace moment. I don't know what stone yet, but all stone. This is a very trust the process type of moment here. Very much so. An integral part of the mid-century modern builds in my mind is just the roofing. So as I go along, I'm going to want to play with the roof. Okay, something like that. And then maybe okay, well that's a mess, but let me show you what I'm thinking. Come on. And then it's a lot, but it's a start and I don't hate it. I will attest it's a lot though. I want to make these the same though as well. I think they line up. Nope, not that. I want this to have a platform. Oh, maybe not a platform, maybe a trellis. That could be an idea. This place also is not going to be budget or pack limited whatsoever, I don't think, at the moment at least. Okay, and then if we cut out all these little squares, I might switch this to a white or cream fence, but that's kind of the vibes. Another thing that could be a fun addition is we'd have to pull this a little bit around, but again, the inside floor plan doesn't really matter yet. But then we cut a section out here, and there's this big window that kind of leans forward. We could put it in this area. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I don't remember what kit it's from. Or maybe it's not from a kit. But it's kind of angled down. It might be the book note. Oh, it's the one that came free that I can never does Desert Lux or something. But see, that's kind of something. I could also flip it and do it towards the side. I want to see how that looks. So if I just pulled in the bathroom. Okay, that's kind of cool. Everything in me wants to do a more creamy, light white wood color. I might just give it to myself. Maybe there's a reason. I should just listen to my gut, right? We'll do some sort of fun path if I can. Probably have to push it back. I don't know, that's kind of a cool, quirky little outside. I feel like I should do some of the floor plan on the inside, but I really want to work on the windows and trying to tie it all together, but I won't yet. Also, from the outside, this area is going to be a fireplace, but I'm not opposed to turn it into like a half bath or anything as time goes. One of the first things first is to extend all this out at least a little bit, so we can see what we're working with inside, size-wise. I still like the idea of having a dedicated entry space. But what if I put the bathroom on the other half and then open this up somehow around there? That could work. I kinda almost wish it was one bigger though. But I don't know how I feel about that. But this is a good size for an entry. And like a house that has a dedicated entry, I should also add some light so me and y'all can see what I'm doing. A tip, if you want to pre-add lights into a game or like into a build that you haven't placed the walls yet, try to make sure you put the lights in the center, not on a line, because then there's no chance you drawing it into a wall, because I do that all the time and don't realize it first and then can't find it. Just a little tip or idea. I want to move the lot. Or move the house. I still want a garage, but I think maybe the garage would be better on the other side. I was thinking I'm making it pretty tight and might not actually be able to have one. We'll see. I could do a carport instead. What if, oh, wait. That could kind of tie it all together, because what if this led into like a carport off of this part? Which backed up into a sunroom, because I wanted the house to have one of those. Oh, wait. Okay. We could do the same trellis work. Oh, I can't do that's why. And we'll cut all these pieces out. Which I also like, maybe I shouldn't cut the pieces out. Maybe I should leave the aesthetic but keep it covered since it is a carport. I always wondered what's the point of having any covering if like, I might even re-add it to here. Nah, that could be open, I guess. Because maybe I'll give it a side door or something also. Do that, and then can I just search car and I better build by? Or maybe truck? And filter by debug? That's, no, okay, live edit, maybe? I don't know if I'll keep this car, but for the vibes, carport. And then I want to have all windows. Does the Desert Luxe come with a non-bent window? Like a non-angled one? No, it doesn't. Oh, but these are interesting. That might be too much texture. Yeah, that's a little much. What if in the dark brown though? Is it still too much? I'm gonna sit on that. I don't think I want to look at the ferret windows again. That might be more what I want. Ferret. I think we need some simpler windows, as much as I love the thought of these. I think I need to do some more scrolling for some better ideas. It honestly might be worth just doing the eco lifestyle ones back over here and a full sunroom or a asymmetric sunroom, since that's kind of the whole mid-century modern aesthetic. And we might be able to build in a door off like the corner here if we do that. I'm gonna filter by. No, maybe I don't want to filter, because some of the swatches of various packs work really well together. Because I could do the eco lifestyle to do it. But I really want some dark brown. I don't know why I did that hand signal, but I guess, you know, I stand by it. Never mind. I mean, there is also these doors, the screened in, which I do like the idea of, but I kind of want to be able to have the multi-tile with nothing else in it. I should also probably stop worrying about windows till I get to the actual build, but I want to know what kind I'm using. You know what? Get Famous has a good set that give very mid-century modern vibes. Although I'd have to choose between white, black, horrible putrid green, an overly creamy color. So they don't really have the color I need. What the Love Struck ones? I was considering these. I don't know if they quite work though. I feel like that's just mixing a lot of styles. And maybe in a bad way. I think I'll leave it for the time and get an idea what I think of it. Oh, I do. Look, I always love to get new spandrels, but I don't see me using these too often on home lots, at least. My favorite ones we've got in a while, though, are these. I don't think it's right for this house, but I think those are just beautiful. So many shades of brown. We also don't have like the creamy. We have a white and then like a cream. Oh, this could do. And then over here, if we wanted, we could put one on either side. It is a little tight. I really didn't want it to be central, but this window has such a block around it that if I'm going to use that one, I'd probably have to put two on both sides. And this is why we're indecisive about windows. They're all too important. Although I could also just put one on one side and like a tree on the other side. Does this come in a different size? Oh, it does. Okay. don't hate that, but I don't love it either. Potential. I see potential. And then I want to see if there's a creamy column to put around that matches the door. I have not done any of the inside floor plan yet. Yikes. No, but there's a dark brown. Again, this is mid-century modern inspired, so we're kind of using some of the aesthetics and vibes of it, but as if someone got their hands on it today and made something, or renovated it in some way, I should say. I'm looking for this one. It's not the right wood tone, but I kind of like it. And that's pure white, which is very much not the vibes. I think that's too much going on. We might just want to use the same columns we put on the corners. I'm gonna have to move. There cannot be a half bath here with how I have it, of course. But that's okay. Actually, what could be kind of cool is to make it really tight and then put the archway on either side, kinda, or even just on the one side. So you have to go around. I don't even know if I'll have the door to the half bath by the entry. I just think it's nice to have one near there. Put the arch there to get the vibes, the layout. And then a big part of this will be whatever stone we pick for this. And I want it to be very light, I think. Or maybe we do light everywhere else that has the columns and do dark. I don't know. That's an option because I wasn't going to do the dark columns, but I like them. So that kind of changes things. No, that's bad. I hate most of the stones we have in this game. I do not like that, but it's kind of cool. But I will attest, it's not good. I do think it's kind of cool. Huh. Little, like, covered stone stucco-y moment instead. And then try paneling. No, I kind of like that stone being the main everywhere, actually. And if we had a better green, I wouldn't mind this green. And then do something dark in the middle. Like maybe a dark panel. That's really dark. Oh, I like that better. It has more dimension. I actually think that's kind of cool. It's very different than what I set out to have the outside look like, but I don't hate it. I do wish there was a bit more of a subtle green stone, though. I'm going to filter my green. Because I know I want it to be stone. As much as I love brick, I think that maybe that's not the right kind of fireplace for this. And the other one had that big front fireplace of stone, or accent wall of stone. I'm supposed to be filtering my colors. And I want it to match the door, whatever green I do pick. If there's a green, it has to match the front green. Oh no. Don't look at that. No. What's funny is my favorite greenish brick isn't even in this. That's not the same, but it is pretty. Also interesting. If I do this, that back has to be a dark brown. I don't even know if I like that, but it's interesting. It's not stone, but there is the stone behind it. I don't know, I think it's ugly in like a fun way. Does that make sense to you? Like I think it's genuinely ugly, but like in a way that I really kind of like it. But I understand if you hate it. I just I kind of like it. I just kind of like the idea of those two being the same. And this way it's kind of stony-ish. Oh no, I messed up my screen. I don't know if it did or not, but it looked like it did. Maybe it'd be best to just have a tiny bit of the green. No, I actually really like it. I've never used that before too, because I don't normally like that stuff. Honestly, I just also don't think we have that many good stone options. Like this, we need more stones. I know, I'm going to leave this for now. This would also have some sort of half wall thing going on. That's probably too tall. I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. I should save because I've not done that. Yikes. I want to make some edits. I don't know how, but this is just too much land pavement. And I don't know what fence I'm going to use yet, but I want to fence off the walkways. I don't know if I'll use that one, but it's not a bad placeholder. I might like the lighter though. I'll put this for now. Again, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Wait, like, I'm kind of proud of how this came together. Okay, now there's the entire inside and the back and everything else. I'm going to save though. One second. My thing's doing stuff. Sorry, guys. Okay, and we're back. So I want this to be a good amount of bedrooms, that's for sure. I'm thinking minimum of 3. I'm hoping I can get 4 bedrooms out of this place. And the back is not done, so this whole area can be edited. And even most of the windows and stuff, like including these side ones here, are not finalized placements. I do want to copy the basic color schemes that we have going out front though around back. And we'll get some dark brown also. So this room here is supposed to be mainly a sunroom. I'm not sure how we're going to roof it yet. Or exactly how the windows will go, but it'll be something like that. And I'd like to have a door off it. I know that as well. I'm going to use this as a placeholder door still too. Which means this can only go out one more max. And then one thing we could do is, in my head, this one was going to extend out further. But if we want to have a covered back area with a porch, we could kind of box it in like a courtyard. This side is going to look absolutely horrible. It's literally one long wall, and I can't even put much beside it because I can't build out anymore. That's okay. Sometimes a house has one ugly side, and we love it anyway. But I have some ideas to make it cooler. One thing is to repeat the window we got going on the side. Now it's 3 tiles. in at least a spot or two. I think now is a good time to figure out layout though before I do anything else. So I was kind of thinking main central is going to be shared family space, and then we would split up the probably primary and kids rooms. And since we have this good window back here, maybe this would be a good spot for the primary bedroom bath. Because even if we just split up kind of like this, that's a pretty good size. And they can have their own private door onto a deck or a balcony too. I could also, if I want to pull the middle section out more, pull this back kind of all the way and then have the balcony go over it or bend it out, but we'll see. After I decide the floor plan, I can mess with the sunroom a little more. But if we wanted to do that, we could maybe build this out. Kids room here. It's not ideal with the big window, but we could do a bathroom like here. Could do another kids room here. It makes for a lot of hallway, but that is 3 bedrooms. It could also be 3 beds. No, we already have a half bath. We don't need another. Well, is there anything? I'm gonna go back a little. Okay, what if instead this went out one more? Ooh, the floor plan might take me a minute of this one. Because another option would be to do a primary bedroom right there. Pull this out, build it in. We could put a kitchen in a corner, kind of like this, which would be cool with that, a peninsula. So imagine, let me draw it out a little bit. I'm just going to pick filler cabinets and stuff, but we put some cabinetry right here with a peninsula. We'll put a fridge. You know, build it all in. We have this cool window right in it. Okay, that might actually make for a better space than to do a couple kids' rooms in front of it. We could still do kids' room. Maybe primary even is. I don't like putting it at the front of the house, but if we split it up like this, that's a nice size room. We could do a big like TV area. Over here, cool fireplace thing, built-ins. Where does that put a dining room? Nope, I'm gonna have to start over again. Some floor plans really come to you, some do not. Oh, here's an idea. So this becomes... I also wanted a single floor, but I wouldn't be opposed to putting a small bedroom upstairs if it came to it. I might not have to worry about that. That is all the bedrooms we need, with no good way to get into the primary though and give it an ensuite. But in theory, put a bath here. Oh no, they don't have enough room. I mean, it would have to go in the corner, but it would work. It's just really important to me in builds that the bedroom, the master primary, has an ensuite, and I want to give it the cool, fun window. Although I could just do 2 windows. Okay, wait. There's nothing telling me I can't scoot this out. I did a very arbitrary position, and I'm kind of just sticking to it for no good reason. Because if we pulled that out, we could pull this in. No, I put myself in a box. Darn it. Right now we have door, door, door. No door. And a big open living space. Okay. I might delete this and put it in the front instead. Or maybe honestly all across the wall in various spots. But let me try one more way. And if this doesn't work, I'll throw out the whole floor plan and start over, and I'll probably get something really quick, because that's usually how it goes. At least in my experience. Okay. That would make a decent primary bedroom. I could probably even pull it out one more if I wanted to and pull this in and give it a side kind of special entry. Worry about the doors later. Actually, that would be fine. Bed in the middle. Okay. And then we'd want to make sure there's at least one more hall bath. Another bedroom. Ah, no! Another bedroom of some size and shape over there. Actually, I hate to say it, but there's going to be some sort of long hallway. And then bedroom, bedroom, bedroom. And of course, no way to get to that bedroom. We're close to something, I can feel it. Wait. Come on, go where I want you to. Thank you. Okay, move that. So I think I may have figured something out. I don't love the hallway, but I can work with it and adjust it a little bit so I know I have the basics. So we have a primary bedroom in the front, secondary bedroom here, which if we flip, we can make everything a little smaller. Which will help with the long hallway situation a little bit. And I'm quite okay with small bedrooms. It's still a long hallway, but it's not the worst. We can put some stuff in it, make an alcove or something, but it gives us a decent sized primary bedroom with a fun window that we'll do stuff with. Um, two, actually, three, then other bedrooms as well. I wanted to use this window to make the sides more interesting, but to do that, now I'd have to build into the primary and make it smaller, and I'm not doing that unless I adjust it, but in a way that might make the hallway less smaller or less long. So I think it's worth giving it a second of a try. I'm also okay with closing that off if need be. Maybe make it like a fake closet. But then we have still a good place for the bed that can get around on both sides if we put it out here. Bathroom. That could do. I could also move the bathroom like this. Make it smaller, but usable. I'm pretty happy with that. And it makes less for a ridiculously long hallway. I could even pull this out if I wanted. Maybe move this door over and put a shelf of some sort. Oh, gorgeous. We figured it out. Well, the bedroom part. Now I'm left with a giant square. Put a giant square that I can move around. Stuff it. So let's put an arbitrarily positioned one of these. Oh, wait. Put a shelf there so you like walk into it and it looks all cute. Perfect. I also might need to consider that you just enter in through the sunroom from the carport on the side, but another thing that can be worked out. I could also just open up the sunroom if I wanted. That could be pretty cool. Oh, what if we made that like a dining space? We put the kitchen over here. In this alcove. Oh, this is coming along. I can feel it. 1, 2, 3. Random cabinets for the time being. If I wanted to, I could even put a door to the back on the side instead, right here. Or keep building it out, depending on what it feels like in the moment. What feels best. The only problem that leaves me with is where to put the living space. What blank wall is best for my TV, essentially, is the question. Now, I could make it this wall if I wanted, and kind of build around that. I could just do the whole corner. I could also put the dining nook in here, kind of make a kitchenette, and then put a giant living space over here. Oh, that could be fun. Wait. This could make a good TV wall, kind of off to the side. That's kind of fun. I don't mind the idea of closing that off. I could even make it like a closet or like washer dryer because we already have another half bath over here, so we don't need that. Set that off. I'm trying to decide if I want this any more closed off or to keep it open. Because I could, if I wanted, even put a tiny office over here. Build this as like a coffee bar. That's a giant kitchen. That's an unnecessarily giant kitchen to do all that. It would be cool to have a coffee bar though. No, that's unnecessary. I'm gonna work with this and we'll see where to go from here. That's extra space. I could also pull this out and make a bigger U-shaped kitchen if I wanted. So there's a lot of wiggle room, but I think we should just hop in and get started with figuring all that out. In the inside, we're not triggering. We are channeling similar vibes and aesthetics to this, but I'm not necessarily sticking to green and brown, just fun contrasting areas. And that being said, maybe the kitchen would be better a different way. My other thought was to build the kitchen in this alcove area and just not care. Because then we could also do instead, you walk right into the living room space. Ah, my camera type changed and I'm bad with that. Or with that kind of camera type. And we put TV here. Move kitchen in here. We could even close it off this way instead if we wanted then. Not that it has to be closed off. I just kind of like the idea of doing that because I never do it. I would have to go back one more, right? I kind of like the kitchen being central. Oh wait, unless I could make it all smaller. I went bigger by pulling that out, but I could go smaller instead. Go back and pull it out this way. The like Sims 2 song in my ear that sounds like a timer is making me feel stressed, but like in a hurry up and figure out this floor plan way, those bedrooms took you long enough. But I like what we came to with the bedrooms in the end, so I ain't mad about it. I think it's better if it's smaller. I'll adjust the windows. But what if it was like this? So you have a kind of big family area, and then we could build in a dining spot right here and do big back doors. Kind of fold open. Or I could put the dining room back in here and try to make this work. I just feel like it's going to be really tight with my couch if I put one of those over here. Let me lay it out and see if it fits. Hi, kitty. Oh my goodness. Come here. Hi. How are you, mister? You say hi to the people? We love you, people. Thank you for all that watch. I look mad, but I'm not, I promise. I just look like that. Love you, mister. This is my best friend. I have 3 cats and I love them all dearly, but that's my best friend. Hi, bestie. I love you. I love him. Okay, so again, in theory, then we put this here. We have a couch. I'm just going to pick a random couch. It's going to go here. And see, that's just too tight. The better way to do it would be to put the table here and just let myself have a closed off floor plan, which is what I set out to do, but I've been fighting this whole time because it's not even closed off. It's just the kitchen is in the corner. But I always make the kitchen like the heart of the home kind of thing. You hear people say that a lot. So I always kind of end up doing that in my builds. But it doesn't always need to be like just like that, you know? Different layouts are good as well. I do like this one better with it over here though. Okay. It might help if I put the archway over here though. Because we could put this as a half bath, even though that's not what I set out to have it be. Because then I could have it more laid out like this. And then we could have a patio back here. I know it looks like a mess with all the doors and stuff everywhere, but there will be a method to the madness. Because I think I finally figured out a floor plan that is going to work. And I might play with some platforms with it, but I haven't decided because I don't know if I want to switch the wall height. And I find a lot of times when you don't, it gets a little wonky with the platforms. Of whether or not they'll fit, essentially. I get worried. What I usually do is put a door there to test it, but I'll have to see. Desert Lux. There we go. See, that's nice. Kind of indoor-outdoor dining situation. Big living room. The one thing I was considering is doing kind of a sunken living room vibe, but I think I'd have to sink the whole area, and that would go back to making the kitchen a little smaller, which I've made very clear how I feel about that. Mainly because I want a peninsula, and that's such a silly reason. Like, I don't need to have a peninsula. If I just wrap this around, it's a perfectly good sized kitchen. So if I do that, I could maybe sink this whole front area though, which could be fun, a little 70s nod. Let me just get a fence. I could even pull it out if I wanted to. Even if we sunk it just the one. I don't hate it. I think I want to pull this back up, but... no, don't do it like that. Draw. Up. Draw. Better. But that's kind of fun. The whole like little sunken living room 70s vibe. That's cool. That's the kind of stuff we need to incorporate. If I wanted to, I could even flip the living room this way. We'll see which way feels the best in the time. And then I need another door. I think we can get started making this place look pretty cool. I'm going to delete everything for the most part. And first things first is going to be to finish the window situation. Okay. And apparently the roof situation. Because I think I just messed... Actually, it's not as messed up as I thought it was going to be. That could have been a lot worse. Would it be better if I added a roof to this? Because then I could pull that straight out. Well, we're gonna have to do something about that. Oh wait, what if I could also just make another roof, but I kind of want to try to work with it because we want to have all these fun colors out there. There is also that. And does this line up still? I mean, we could... No, it doesn't. We could channel that though, because I do not like how this looks. At all. I want to copy this. We'd have to do something, obviously, with this middle part. Might try... Oh, that's horrible. No, that simply won't do. It'll have to go like this. And this is actually... It doesn't have to be green anymore, though. It looks better if it was one solid piece. I will give it that. Oh, that's horrible. This one. Oh, if only I could shrink that just a little bit. Well. These rooms are quite a bit bigger than the other ones. Oh, that's part of the room. I thought that was part of the bathroom. That did nothing to help me. What if I pulled it out? I actually don't hate that part sticking out either, being an extra cover. Might even... pull it out a bit. Embrace it. Okay. So this room's a little smaller, but I'm fine with that. Actually, all the rooms are different sizes, and I'm usually not fine with that, but I really let that hinder my builds, and I'm trying not to. And then let's get windows. So where are they at? They're kind of even with that dot. What would happen if I pulled them all up? It clipped. That was the problem, right? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm deleting this, though. So I think that's okay. And it looks better from the inside. Maybe I could add some flower boxes or something outside, too, then. So each of those have a window. This side of the house, I'll admit, is just absolutely atrocious. But we're going to try to do some stuff to make it look a little cool, maybe, if we can. do my best. This room's also a really weird size. Because if I put a bed, go right here. I mean, you can get around. It's a little tight, but it works. Put a desk there. I could also put it over here if I wanted to. I mean, the room works. It's a little weird size. I will 100% give it that. I wish I could pull this out, but then that ruins kind of everything. It would just make the primary bedroom so fun to do. No, it's not worth it. It's going to be a tight bedroom, and I will make it work. But let's try to make this side look a little cooler. Just like ever so slightly. Well, at first I was thinking I could use this ugly green, but I think that's a mistake. Well, I mean, you can't see that in the game. I could also make this room smaller. Well, we're gonna need a couple more windows at least. I want one in the bathroom, I think would be nice. This kid in this corner one just objectively has the best bedroom. And this one objectively has the worst. That is nice though. And I'm okay with it being off-centered like that for this house. I kind of want to build this out a lot. And then I don't know if we'll do the trellis or not. But I'll think about it. Actually, maybe I should just have the covered part line up and then we'll have a large uncovered section. And grass out like the back of it. Because then I can also use my little fence to plant some landscaping. Landscape there. Landscape in here. Maybe even like that. And then like that. And we'll have some sort of larger fence everywhere else. I do love this one. I don't know if it's the right vibes, but I'm going to put it for now because I love it. think this portion needs to be rethought a little bit. Okay. It'll look kind of like that. I don't hate how that wraps around. I think it'll look better too once it's landscaped if that is wrapped. Oh, right. No, this was supposed to go over. That's why. It's like something feels wrong because that's all supposed to be covered. I was wondering how one got in the corner. It's because when I pulled it back over, it did that. Okay. See, that's kind of cool looking. This actually came together. I just need to roof this last part and figure out how I want to roof it exactly. And obviously, the windows in the kitchen. Because on one hand, I could just do another one of these. And it's not bad. I mean, I kind of like it. I was going to say, but I could also do something else, and I kind of like this, so maybe not. Pull it in. I could also have it go the other direction. Okay, that looks ridiculous. Or I could try, I could do a platform also. I just feel like it can't be that flat over there. So the best bet is probably to do a really skinny, or I always forget there's other shapes when I start doing one. But I could also have a regular roof that fades into it too. And that's not bad. It's kind of nice. Or there's also my favorite kind of roof. Let me see what I think of that. I want a dark brown. Oh, I haven't used this one yet. I don't think it's necessarily the right one for this house, but that is pretty. I do like those. I was thinking this one. Might be too brown though. Um, Honestly, I think this is my favorite. It's just that one side that's throwing me off. Also could be that the shingles are a little too much. Oh, I don't like that, but it's interesting. This is my favorite one of the base game. It's a little busy for this though. No, not quite. I'm not really vibing with any of my roof choices. It's like no matter how much stuff we get in The Sims, I'm always like, oh, but that's just not quite right. I need something different. I feel bad for them. They can never satisfy our need for things. That's a totally different thought, that color roof, but I kind of like it. I don't have any of that ready tone though, and I wasn't really going for it. I'm gonna do that one for now. I might come back and switch it. And I'm gonna do this roof as well, at least for now. And I'll have to fix it on the back. Is it so bad to leave it blank for now and come back and worry about it? Oh no, way too much. Little bit. I think this one essentially flat at the moment is the best I'm gonna get. No, wrong one. There we go. Okay. This is also gonna need a dark brown to blend in. Like a really dark, dark brown. No, that's white. Not dark enough. Well, that's the color of the door. If I didn't have this section over there, I might go with it, like the green paneling, but I spent too long picking out the outside, and I do have that, so no. I need the darkest of browns that don't look at all like black. And don't have a like a reddish tone like they all seem to be having. I could also go cream, but again, I don't think there's the right shade of cream. There's just like white and then cream. But this is what we did for the fence, so it's not like it's nowhere. I don't hate it. But I prefer dark brown. If we can just find the right shade. Come on, Sims. Help me out. There's like 17 shades of black and not the right shade of brown. So we're just going to go with this one. And come back and clean up this mess that it is creating. Like, why? Why would I want it in those spots? Pretty. Okay, windows in the kitchen time. And we wanted to use some just big open windows, so I'm thinking we go to the... I was going to say Eco Lifestyle, but we have these Snowy Escape poles, and these ones are higher up, so it won't like mess with the counters as much. And we could still, if we wanted, there's a 2 wide version. Snowy Escape. Snowy Escape windows are some of my absolute favorite in the game, hands down. So we could do that. We could figure out the rest of the windows when we get in there, but if we wanted, we could work with the dark brown and fill that out around the windows. What if we just did it in the corner then? That's kind of cool. And we will need a door. And depending on where we put the TV, kind of depends where the door should go. But I want a door directly in from the carport. I feel like into the kitchen where it's not sunk down would be the most convenient. Snowy Escape doors. Is there one that looks like it? Not that goes to the same height. I would need a skinny, like full length version of this. Right there. And I don't know if we have anything that will fulfill that. So that's the wrong shade. Doesn't have brown. Nope. I might have to let the door be a side door, because I really don't want to disrupt the aesthetic of the rest of the house. One last scroll. Could do this in a different variant of it, a different color. Oh, what if... I just need a dark brown that'll work. It could be 2 tiles, it could be 1 tile, it just needs to be a nice dark brown, no more than 2 tiles. And it needs to have, I don't know how else to put this, but slight side door energy. I'm not seeing anything that is screaming out to me, unfortunately. So I think I'm gonna have to concede. It's gonna just have to be a small door off to here, a side like this. Either there or here, depending on how I decide to do the living room, but I kind of like the thought of it there. I'm gonna save, and then I think we can start doing some interior work and come back to the exterior closer to the end. So we need some kind of fancy wood floors, at least for the entry, I was thinking. Love how those place. Ooh, these could be an idea. What if that was there? And then we had something to this effect kind of everywhere else. Or even the opposite. I actually don't mind just using these. And we could do carpet in the bedrooms. That'd be fun. I need to place some more of these around, though it's quite dark. So then this is going to be a 4-bed, 2.5 bath house, which is not half bad at all. And then we could put this out here or in the hallway to the bedrooms. The hallway is probably a better idea, but I would like it to be easy access by guests. And I'm kind of thinking of almost closing this off a bit so that, like, you know, guests maybe don't come through this way. Putting curtains or something. Maybe even making it a door. Haven't quite decided. But the part I'm most excited to do is this living room, so I kind of want to start with it. First things first is something for the bottom here. Ooh, I like that. In fact, if we did that light green, we could match it. And do an accent wall of it. I don't know if I want to do the green on the inside, but it wouldn't hurt to have a bit of it. But anyways, I was thinking we could have this be like that green. I could also bring this paneling inside in this spot, but change the color of it maybe, or pick a prettier paneling. That's what we have outside. I don't hate the thought of bringing it inside. What if... I like the floors, but I noticed I didn't even try the other swatches. Like, this one has more of the green tone to it. It's more black. That's too light, it just looks dirty. Between that one. I think I do like this one the best. But we could also do this and in like a painted, the painted version that matches the front door, or any version. Hi! I heard my cat. I don't know where they are, but I heard them. I thought they'd be next to me when I turned and they weren't, which was mildly embarrassing, but that's okay. Anyways, we can do something like that, and then my thought is, my original thought for the platforms, although I jumped away from it for a second, was to have it look like a baseboard. Like that. Kind of around the wallpaper. I know I want to bring some of the outside inside. I just don't know with which of the ones, I suppose. Oh, what if we went with a bit purple in here? I was leaning more towards red original. Oh, that is nice too. Such an indecisive human I am, I swear. I do like that though. That's a good starting point. And I do like the TV on this wall. And I was kind of thinking we could do some built-ins under it of some sort. And the Book Nook ones might be perfect if they'll slot to the bottom, but I don't know because of the platform. That's always tricky. See, it raised up. Although raised up is kind of cool too, in its own way. The other option is to just, I kind of like the idea of there being some sort of stool underneath this. Then I might make this a real chair, but something to that effect. I could also, I'm going to make it a real chair, I could still do the bookshelves. I'll probably do some empty ones or something later, but I don't hate that like that. Interesting. I wish it was just a little smaller that would fit. Although, that could work. Not exactly that, but something like that. And I do still want to use that sofa. Maybe in the entry. Oh, the colors are going to be so fun in here. Hi, kitty. She's yelling at me. How rude. I love you, Zuko. Sorry about my arm just being up here. My cat is licking my hand. Are you done? Thank you. I love you, Zuko. I don't love the orangey tones, but I kind of just love it in general. And I do have the orange on this, so it could be fun. Okay, that's a start. And then I want to have a lot of white walls as well. I don't know if I want to use that white. We have so many white wallpapers now. The Lovestruck one would match this best, I bet. That's exterior, that's interior. And these ones, if you can tell, have a little bit of texture. I don't know if I like that though. This is the other one I was thinking, that it's a bit more of an off-white. A little less stark, and I think that'll help a lot. I'm not going to keep that all white, but I do want a good amount, so I just want to paint everything white with this white first. Then I'll go in and add more stuff throughout. But I think this is a good start, and it sticks with the vibes of the outside as well. At least what we have so far does. We'll see. That might have to be a different door. It might be worth doing a shade lighter as well on these. We can come back to that, but it's probably a little bit better. It blends in with the wall behind it. And then I just want to make sure that this is, I know I want to use this wallpaper, I just don't know if this is the shade of it I for sure want to use. Because the darker also could be nice. It's a very different vibe. I think I like the one I picked the best, the first the best. It matches the door, which I really like as well. But the dark has something special about it. I might try the dark. I always go for the lighter variants. I should try something new. And then I kind of like how it makes this white bench stick out a bit more. Ah, we could get a little side table thing. Maybe the side table goes on that side of it. No, I should have something right by the door, but I'm like, it's kind of tall. Drop it down to the sunken area and you're golden. But that has all the wood tones we're using, which is really nice. I actually don't hate that like that, because I might put another one over here. I can put the coat rack or whatever over there. Oh, what if we use this? See, this is where the build starts to get a little funky. All these different things are going to mix together and hopefully make something really cool. Now, the rug I kind of want to use. I'm not sure if it comes in any good colors, but it's a debug one. It comes in the dark green. It also comes in white. I like it in the white. I'm going to leave the cow print for now. I'm going to argue that I think it's a little much, but maybe in a fun way. I could also bring the pink over. And then I want to see the Love Struck rug. I wasn't originally going to make this house all that pink, but it kind of seems to be headed that way. Right now I just have that one chair, but I keep trying all the pink swatches. Maybe this should just have one chair. I do like the pink one, but if we just had the one, I don't know. I'll think about it. Again, this door isn't even decided. I'm kind of thinking of doing a single, I want a single tile, just straight up door. That'll just fill the one tile, but it has to fill the tile. Oh, wait. Now, what do we think of that? It doesn't fill it, but it really matches kind of well. I don't hate that. lot of options. I'm going to keep this one for now. That's the side door. Or an option for the side door, I should say. Then I like the pink, but only if it's in one spot. That's gonna go there. Because this is a little off. And then this should... We made that centered, so I might want to make this a little off from that, but I might also want to line it this way. It would just look a little wonky from the outside, but I could probably find a way to fix it so it doesn't feel as wonky. Like put some sort of built-in or something tall on that side to take up room. Okay, so we have that and that. There'll be some sort of dining table on the step back up, and then I have to figure out exactly how I want to do the kitchen. Hi, baby boy, I love you. These are currently my favorite counters. They could work with this house, but trying to do something a little different. And I feel like these could also be interesting. We could find a way to lighten it up a bit in here. I'm also probably going to build out the corner. Well, actually, I could have just a single... Wait. Okay, ideas. First, paint this wall. Second... Fridge. I might use this variant. Fridge goes there. The stove go here. I need to save now before I lose all my progress. hate how that lighting affects that. That makes me so sad. It might be worth just doing one wall then of them. That's okay still. And then there's also closing off the corner, which I like to do. I used to do this before we even had this type of kitchen stuff. So it'd be realistic. Well, I don't know, realistic, but it's not just because of that. And I could even use different uppers if I wanted. If I'm just doing the plain white, I could use these ones maybe. I don't like the corner. Oh, I could use, I love these ones. Wait, do they have a plain white? As I delete before I even check. Oh, interesting. I could also unbuild out the corner then, like I did before. It might be worth seeing what it looks like. Do a regular one. You can't do a regular one, that's the problem. I'd have to scoot everything. Okay, we can have the corner built in. Never mind. False alarm. I kind of like that though. I might paint that white. I don't know, I'll think about it. But then have this somewhere. Something like that. We could also do the fridge over here. Oh, wait. I'm gonna run into the problem with those cabinets again. But stop grabbing stuff. My goodness. Work with me, buddy. No, if we did this, we wouldn't be able to use these ones. We'd have to go back to these. But I'm not opposed to it. These do fit the style very well also. And we could get a more fun fridge. Now that doesn't have to be built in. Maybe the fridge has a cool color or something. Aren't there some that are just crazy tall? Not like crazy tall, but like slightly taller than they have to be. I liked it better built in. I just don't need to have anything above the fridge. That's where I kind of think I'm also overthinking. I could just leave this a regular fridge. And if I wanted to, I could still just put a regular cabinet like that above it. But I think I'm going to go back to the old layout. I prefer this one here, but I do prefer the other cabinets for this purpose. Usually I prefer these ones, but I think specifically for this purpose and this intent, I'm going to go back to these. Last switch. I'm sticking with this, I promise. So indecisive, such a perfectionist with my builds. Okay. I'm happy with that, and then we're gonna get a sink in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but like on this. And then I think this one should have a dishwasher. That feels right to me. Or do we want to build in the sink? Hi, little girl. How are you, beautiful? What are you doing? I love you. Did you see her? She just like flicked her tail. She was like, I'm here now. Is that better? I honestly can't tell which way I prefer. It gives you more counter space, but I thought the other thing was kind of fun. Hi! No, I think the table's kind of fun. Just to decide which one, right? Right, beautiful girl? Come on! Say hi to the people then. Say hi, people! Hi, beautiful people. I'm beautiful too. I love you. Now, I feel like there's a table that looks like it's on wheels that we got with something. Was it the Cozy Bistro? It doesn't sound right. Show all. I do like this though. Actually, a lot of this stuff will go good in here. No. The thing is, I know it was a surface. I don't know if it was like a functional table surface. But it had little wheel looking things at the bottom. Like it doesn't actually roll around, but it looked like it did. Not seeing anything. Like kind of like this, except wheels, and it doesn't have all that flower stuff on it for this purpose. But like maybe this one that doesn't have wheels, but that's an idea. We could do something like this instead too. Yeah, I'll have to look into that a bit more because I don't even remember what pack it's from, and like I could stay here all day trying to figure that out. Do you only go in cat? Yeah. Oh, this could be fun. I know it has towels and stuff, like bathroom, but could it look kitchen-y? I think so. We could match all the woods. I'll consider that. Again, ideally, I just want something that would go in the middle, though. Can I Google cart? Not what I had in mind. I think I'll come back to that, but that's the basics of the kitchen. I want to get some cool lighting as well. Kind of thinking around the sink, since there is no island to have a pendant, but we could do some like dual pendants or something fun on either side. I want to use this somewhere, but I don't think that's the right spot. My original thought were these, but I think I could probably find something better. But these are the current front runner for pendants over the sink. Oh, we gotta put this somewhere. Should we just have a disco ball in the living room? Or in the entry? Like, I'm not opposed. That's so fun. Why wouldn't you want that? I do. Someone get me one. I don't think this dishwasher is going to be functional. Sorry, guys. My aesthetics are more important than your actual dishwashing needs. But see, something like that, and then if we had a table under it, again, ideally one that looks like you move it around, which is where I'm struggling. Because oddly enough, a lot of these tables don't seem to have been designed to look movable. Crazy. I know. I didn't hate the one we had. It just doesn't quite fit the vibes of the kitchen. We could add more color. That's going to take some thought. The other thing, again, I could do is I really could just wrap this around. Hi, Lucy. Good girl. Okay, I have a slight idea. Hear me out. What if this is not the one that builds out, right? That stays like that. This part gets built out around the sink instead. That hangs up there. That stays like that. No, that's just weird. I can admit that's just weird and bad. Weird and bad. Go back. Put it all back. I can admit when I've done something foolish, and that did not look good at all. I actually don't think that's bad at all. Okay, we're gonna do that, and that did not help my lighting problems though, which is why we went there in the first place. So, oops, I guess. Oh, I don't even know what I want, is the problem. Oh, what if this went up here? Is that weird? Maybe a little. Like to have it above the fridge, why? You know, but why not? Some might say. There's also the concept of just fully committing and embracing the asymmetry. I'd have to obviously custom place them, but I'm not going to put all that effort until I see if I don't like it. Oh, I do like it, but maybe with the longer ones sized down. This one. Kind of like that. I don't hate that either. I think the tiny version is best. Just because I feel like this is a little close. I mean, I could just raise it up. But I go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I only did this one 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of funky and fun. We could also give them actual colors if we wanted. Because this light does have a fun amount of color swatches. Oh, brown and green. No, I think the white was better. Sorry, getting messages. Sorry about that. I also think maybe this would be better off being white like the rest of it. I like that. Oh, it's so quirky and fun. Okay, they still need more lights, but I might just do a couple subtle saucers. Strategically placed. Even maybe just one. This kind of seems like enough to lighten that up. Oh, that's so fun. So it seems like we have a red, green, brown, and white color scheme. Which, other than the reddish and pinks that I wasn't expecting when I started this, is exactly what I was going for. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I might even leave the red van outside as the car we stick with. I'm going to leave the basics of the kitchen like this for now. That room's not done. We will come back to it. But the dining room, we should at least figure that out. Or the dining area. It is a little tight around the door, but I think that's okay. Your sim should still be able to get around it just fine. We could also back it up to the side a bit more and have it like this. I'm not necessarily keeping these items, but just to put something down, like we could have it go right there. We had lots of room for stuff around it. And I kind of like that. Okay. I do like this table though. I placed this one intentionally. I don't really love any of the swatches though. And then some kind of funky and fun dining chairs as well. We don't have much of that creamy color out up this way yet that we have in the windows and whatnot. So this is an idea of a chair. There's also this one. Oh, I like this one, but we would need a different table. I don't want them to match so much. I want to bring out some more colors. I say is then I grab a table that is the same color scheme. Oh, what if we do a glass? No, that does not look good together at all. This has potential. Come on. Because if we get the right rug, what colors did this have? Oh, we have to use one of these. I don't know if for here, but I have to use it at some point. Maybe if we did that and we focused more on the green. Thinking, oh. Something about that's just not quite right. Thing is, on the outside I have a lot more of the cream, but it's very subtle in here because of the walls already have that. Like, we don't need much more of it. Interesting. Let's try a few things. We're not keeping both shades of chairs. I'm just putting it there for a second. That's kind of fun. none of the color swatches are working for me is the problem. Like, I love the patterns, but we don't really have any blue, and that kind of throws me off on that. So this might be better in a bedroom, as much as I love that rug. I need some more of that green tone. Oh, wait. It's just a little too small. There's so many close matches, but I haven't found just what I'm looking for. I do like the idea of a furry rug, but I don't think any of them are matching the way I want them to either. A lot of these either have the right aesthetic or the right colors, but so far nothing has quite both. This is close. It's a little monochrome for me, or monotone. And then see, the ones I have, it has blue. Everything is so blue coated in this game. Lil Simsy is so right. The wrong one. I like that. I just feel like it doesn't match. Oh. Well, that's kind of perfect, dare I say. The green's a little too light green, though. It's not that, like, deep. But this rug does have a lot of interesting swatches. It's just a little too much. Oh, I thought it was perfect. When I first saw it, I got so excited. But it's not. It didn't work. Interesting. A little more geometric than I would have wanted, but it could be something if I decorate right around it. Put this one to the side too. I'm gonna have probably every rug off to the side by the time I pick one. Again, either it's got the style or it's got the colors. Never both. But like I said earlier, all the Sims team could give us literally everything and we'd still say something is missing. So I know I'm part of the problem with that. Poor Sims team. No, not quite. I might have to come back to this part. Just pick something and leave it and let's see if it grows on me or not. This was our top one. The sizes are not great. But I'm gonna put that there for now and try to build around it and see if I can't make it work. First things first is there's a specific shelf from Eco Lifestyle I want to use if it works well. I don't hate moving the door over. I haven't even decided if these are the doors. They're just the ones I placed to tell me where doors are going to go. I like to make it look built into the wall. and then pick a wood tone. It also might be worth repainting this wall not to be the bright background if I put that there. This might be better suited for a more plain wall. Oh, what about this one? Right by the front door in the giant window. That's kind of nice. Then I should save again. That's been a minute. Yikes. Oh, these should go somewhere too. I don't know where. That could be good in a kid's room though. Maybe a teen or something. But I know I want to have some sort of cabinet to the side here. Just not as big of a one. Which is why I thought that one would work, but it looked a little busy. Because it honestly has to go against the wall like this. I don't hate that. Then we could put a little plant. Which one though? I love the disco ball over the dining room table. I think that's so fun. Okay, cute. I know it's arguably a very different red than what we have going in the kitchen, but I don't hate that about it. I do want to try the other color swatches though. No, I like it because I know the rose gold doesn't quite match, but I feel like from a distance it looks like it does, and that's fun. The other option was to do this and have it be white, but I don't like that at all. Maybe? No, the red's better. I need to stop second guessing going back. That's why it like takes so long to finish my homes. What it needs is something on top. And would this be better over here? No, I don't like that there. You know, since this is going to be a family home, what could be fun for functional gameplay is a thing from Parenthood. And then maybe I'll put the dog bowls or something in front of it. No, I'll put a table in front of it. I'll put the dog bowls off to the side. Is there a glass table that has non-wooden legs that doesn't look like this? Because no. This is the one we have. No 2-tile. That's okay. We could match the rose gold. Maybe this shouldn't match. Since I can't get it to actually match. we could put, I don't know what we'll put on this table, but that ties a lot of it together, I think. Okay. Now that we have the main parts of those spaces, not all of it, I'll add a little more decor and stuff at the end, but now that we have the main parts of it laid out, I think it might be worth moving on to the living room. A lot in my builds, especially ones that are this open, a lot lies on the right couch. You know, I never use the more orangey ones because I don't like them. And I stand by that. Okay, that's an idea. It's a very eclectic style going on. The main concept was a more retro, but it's becoming very eclectic. That's very quickly. Which was part of the goal, so I'm not mad about it. I don't like the swatches. Ew. Because we could add our own pillows now. Oh, wrong one. The problem is with this being that wood color or that creamy color, it messes up this a lot. Maybe the chairs are the problem. I really wanted to like these chairs, but I just can't seem to make them work. Let's try different ones. Because I love the rest of the setup, and I really wanted to love those chairs because they're new and I haven't really used them, but also just because they seem to fit the right style. But I think I was making the build as a whole suffer by trying to stick to them. Okay. These are always an option. These ones are designed to be like community lot chairs, for sure. But they do intrigue me. This rug. If I do this, the rug no longer works though. Well, only if I do the red. I could do brown. Which I don't hate as much as I thought I would. That whole thing here intrigues me, because what if... This could be something else over here, or I could add to it. Anyways, this as a whole could be something. And I like this sofa. I'm gonna look up pillows. And then the next time is gonna have to be the bedrooms and like landscaping the outside and adding finishing details. Because no way we're finishing this today. I have to log off soon for work, unfortunately. Not yet, though. They don't really have the muted tones I'm looking for. I mean, I was looking to add some more of the green in this way, but this is better than nothing. And I believe they did it so that these don't have a footprint at all, so it shouldn't get in your way of your Sims sitting on the couch whatsoever, even in that section they're in. So if that was Get Famous, does Get Famous have a similar chair? And then there's also the Love Struck eggplant chair. Not egg, but not eggplant. The scallop chair. That has potential. This is the one that matches. Are there any good two-seater sofas? Not really. I think this works better over there. Oh, we could even bring some of the red that way from the kitchen, like the actual red. We could also put actual red here. Make this green. Kind of like the pinky though. See, normally I would put it this way so you kind of walk around. But then these chairs that I put, kind of superfluous. Can't really get to them. I need to see if there's any good two-seater sofas. That's not quite the same wood, is it? Or orange, I mean, not wood. I didn't hate the chairs. Then we could still have these here. And what if we gave like a really big coffee table? Oh no, this one. I know it's not really big, but I like to do this thing. This is also fun. This is very the right time period we're going for. So it's either that one or we take this one. And then I like to squeeze one of these guys in here, like it kind of fits under on purpose. If I can match the wood to it. Another way I do it is like this. Things that they put on this will float if they can put stuff on it, but I don't know if I care. But it kind of looks like nesting tables, sort of. I don't really like any of the swatch colors for the glass, unfortunately. I don't hate it, I just don't love it. Although, no, I like it this way, with this simple color. Interesting. My main problem with this rug is genuinely that it's the wrong shade of red. But it's what ties into that, but it doesn't tie in back there. So I need to add more real red also. I guess real red isn't the right word, true red. And then we'd have to put something else against this wall to make it like, why is there's a reason there's nothing there? My first thought is built-in bookshelves, which is usually my first thought though. No, it's not low enough to make those work. But what if we did like not built-in bookshelves? Ah, I closed my game. Whoops. I mean, you can't even see on the thing, so you didn't even know. But I knew. Okay. And that way I could still have a little side table over here, like I was going to earlier, but I couldn't fit. Is that where it would go? I want to center it there. It would have to be a very small side table. Why does it have to be so tall? We're so small, there's no in between. Oh, wait. that's kind of fun in there. Okay. That didn't solve my problem at all. Now I have a small side table. It's probably going to glitch out in there. But I like it. What if these came in a 2-pack? And I just wish it was shorter. Because the chairs are shorter, it just looks so ridiculous. Oh, wait. Oh, that has a stupid blue thing underneath. There you go. Tiny side table. Put a little lamp on it. Hi, mister. You come back up? Hi. Hi, baby. Who's a good kitty? Don't step on my stuff, please. Oh, these candles are fun. Although, they might be better suited, like, over here. Hey, can you get off my stuff? Well, if you don't want me to hold you, don't step on my stuff while I'm playing. How about that? I love you, though. He's in my way. He doesn't care. Good boy. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love you too. I know. Just a few more minutes, please. For me? No. He says, attention now. Nah, he'll give me a couple more minutes, I'm sure of it. That's fun there. Maybe is the phone in keys called phone something? It is, okay. The little touches, you know? Hi. He's purring in my ear. I love you. I love you so much. He says, not enough. You're still playing your game. No, we'll get off in a second here, mister. I want to see if this record player slots nowhere. Oh, and on my thing. Okay, that's not. Kind of like it over here. I'm gonna have to work on this with the platform to get this to go somewhere I want. Because if that's the closest I can get it to the wall. It's a little upsetting. He says, you think you're upset? My mom won't cuddle me. Give me 2 more seconds, please. Pretty please with all the cherries on top. I love you. I love you. I think that's good there. I also don't have to leave this board here. I could put it anywhere else or just get rid of it. But I like that, the record player up there. Also, this plant, I don't know if in this one, but this plant is way better for this house than that plant. The last thing I want to do is decide if these are indeed the doors I want to use for the home. So we're gonna pick these and then decide that if we're keeping these doors or not. Second. I know this is not the arch I want. Wait. Does Seasons have an arch? No. Love Struck has some. I have no idea what music's playing. I just realized. Oh, it is still the Sims 2 soundtrack. Okay, good. I was like, it's been a while. I have no idea if that's still what's playing. No, not a good arch for this purpose. And I know this is very much Come to My Bistro. But maybe they like repurposed it. I'd want it to match the color of the season stores if we use those though. But it kind of has the gold too. It's a different gold, of course, but it is gold. There's also... Oh, I kind of like that. Do any of the doors have white and gold colors? Well, I guess it's listed any of the doors and the doors I like. This is not what I was originally thinking. I'm not opposed to that though. It actually has that swatch too. Interesting. That's a thought. There's one I'm looking for. It's the high school years door, but without any of the stuff. This one. I think this is the best one. I don't know if I want to keep the white. I don't hate the white either. I think I'll do the brown, but keep the white archway. And they have similar gold tones, which is fun. This hallway is just so many doors. So many doors. But that's okay. And this couch doesn't have to go right there either. I might also just put it over here, tucked in the corner. That's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm going to save real quick, give you a little tour of what we have so far, and then I'm going to hop off, and later this week, when I come on the stream at some point, we will finish this. Hoping this week. So you come up to the front, there's no landscaping or anything yet, but it's very green and brown color scheme with the red door. Love the asymmetry, love this arguably kind of ugly wood paneling. And you come in through here. And you have the starts to an entryway. Kind of chaotic at the moment, but we just haven't quite figured out exactly what we want to do with all of her yet. Speaking of which, this might be better on the corner. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll come back, make some adjustments. Then we come to the start of our living room. Very fun and colorful. Focusing on like greens and reds and browns. Big fan. Then over back here, you have a little step up to the dining nook with a disco ball up top, because of course. We'll probably end up painting the ceilings too. Just haven't done that yet. And then the starting bones to a kitchen that I think is really cute. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this stream so far, and this build we got so far. I love how the build's turning out. Super fun, I think. Love the step ups as well, with a little bit of sunkenness here. I think it helped split it up a lot. And again, it had that 70s feel that I was going for. And then when we come in here next time, we have a half bath to do. Should probably get a light in there. As well as 2 more full baths, 1 off the primary, 1 in the hall, and 3 guest kids extra bedrooms, as well as a primary bedroom. Which again, arguably still kind of a weird shape. A lot of nooks and crannies going on. But I'm actually really excited to do it. I think we can make it something really cool. So yeah. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!